Good morning. It is sunny today, but it's not exceptionally warm. As I said before, I probably will have to do a little bit more of a tears round with my seat. Here we go. This is what happens when my dad drives the car, because now I'm absolutely nowhere near the steering wheel or being able to reach the pedals. Like now it's like doing that, but my legs are on full stretch to do it. So yes, I'm gonna get my seat right and see you in a minute. It's always the same when I do it. Let's just try and get the mist off the windows. You probably will find that I probably won't. I will try and crop them bits out though. Actually, when I tend to concentrate a little bit more when I drive. Why are you parked on the junction for? I don't get why people do this. Steve. Come on then. I don't like this junction stuff. I have to crop that bit out. Yeah, so I've decided that with the channel being called what it's called, there are lots of different. I did brainstorm lots of ideas about what to do with this channel before I even started it, and obviously the main consensus is you'll see what I'm doing, where I'm going, and that will still be included in these videos. But I think some of them, well, probably most of them actually, I think I'm going to go with. I did brainstorm this and like a bit of a car chat series, I suppose. So it still links in with the name of the channel, the theme of the channel. Still in the car, still driving, but gives it a bit of a cosy feel. And just pick random things to talk about, or just things that are important, things that are vocalised at the moment. I won't be taking that off the mirror either, just in case anybody ever did say about that, because I've always had it in this mirror. So yeah, I will always be leaving it there. Plus it's got a Yankee candle on, so that won't be moving. Oh my word, that pothole was terrible. The amount of times they fill that pothole in and it's opened up again, to just need to just resurface the road, that'd be most preferable. But yes, that's what I'm possibly going to be turning it into. I suppose not turning it into, but kind of like a different kind of theme, which obviously will include me more. I suppose it's in the real time as well, so you're getting a reaction of actual driving, which is fun in some respects. Let's just put that on. So whenever I come to a junction, I have to always put my handbrake on, because you just don't know, do you? You really don't know, and I could have probably gone then, but it's best to play the safe option, isn't it? Right, I also want to talk about mental health, because I think it's a very broad topic. It is. A lot of people I met a roundabout, so we all know the nemesis is roundabouts. We all know that mental health can come in many different forms. Mine kind of picks itself, and my kind of bane really is I suffer quite badly with it attacks the bits that I'm most worried about. I'm an asthmatic, so I worry about, you know, what if something goes wrong with my asthma? What if this happens and X, Y, and Z? And I'm an overthinker, so I've tried to use my overthinking in positive lights to say, you know, you're probably thinking about loads of different things, but try and turn it on its head and say, well, this is actually quite positive. You know, you're thinking about all these things where it's in a positive light, but it works sometimes, but generally it doesn't, and you end up in a bit of a mess. And I'm typically one of them people that does overthink everything there is to overthink. I try not to. I think everybody does. They really do try, but it just doesn't. Yeah, I'm being a kind person today and letting a few people out because, you know, I used to be nice, but obviously people don't want to reciprocate that because she didn't even thank me. It's kind, isn't it? But yeah, I get quite tight chest. It brings on a cough. Of late, I have had tremendous heartburn, which I believe, when you go into the nitty gritty of it all, can be down to acid reflux, and that's all to do with the nerves. Before 2020, I think the overthinking was there, but it wasn't on this level. And I never had heartburn. Never. I can't remember the last time I had heartburn. And then good old Corona happened, and everything just changed. My life changed. I'm a remote worker. And since I've been working remote, this is my third remote job, and I've been in this one nearly 3 years. In May coming. Which is also it's very stressful when that's not the kind of work you're into. Anybody who knows me knows that when it comes to like, I think this is probably why this comes so easy, is because technically I'm talking to myself, talking to a camera, and not necessarily there's nobody here that I'm talking to or listening to, or so I'm just doing it in my own space, which helps. But when you're working as a customer service person, and I'm sure lots of people will be aware of that, you're never on your own. You got people bending your ear all the time. I work in a multi-channel scenario where I could be put on live chat, emails, phones, social media, and I struggle quite a lot with change, and that's another thing that's probably to do with the mental side of things. I don't adapt well to change, so when I'm being dotted between different things all the time, that doesn't sit well with me, and it causes me an untold amount of stress. It really does. It's not pretty. You know, I've sat many a time at work, coughing, because and I'm not poorly. I'm really not poorly. Yeah, go on, mate. I'm not poorly or anything like that, but that is a lovely van, mate. How nice is that? I don't know if it'll let me. Will it show you on this cam if I move it round? No, it won't let me do it. While it's this way, it won't let me show you, but it's a lovely van. Looks like he's well kept it. But yeah, that's the kind of job that I'm in, and I think it's increased my my mental it doesn't help, let's put it that way. We'll go with that. It doesn't help. But yeah, as I say, it comes in my lungs, like chest, lungs, asthma. It's all kind of linked. And then there's the old teeth. I have a phobia with my teeth. And I don't think anybody's particularly thrilled about going to the dentist, are we now? But I've got an awful thing about losing my teeth, like a fear of losing my teeth. So my kind of anxiety and my symptoms go to that. So it gives me, there's nothing wrong with my teeth. I've got no cavities, nothing like that. but it makes me feel, it makes you feel like you got toothache. And it can be it's very violent, so much so I couldn't eat. Well, I could eat, but it was hurting me. But was it hurting me? I don't know. And then what I decided to do was try and combat that. I've started using mouthwash. Whether it's to trick the mind into thinking that you're doing something about it, I don't know, but it works, so I'm going to go with it. So ever since, it's probably been about 2 or 3 months now, I've been using mouthwash. And it's like non-alcohol, so it's non-searching on my gums and things. And it works. So, I don't know. One thing works for another might not work for another person, but for me personally, it works. Even if it's lulling me into a false sense of it's okay, it's fine. But yes, there's that side of things. I've got particularly bad gastro, as in it affects the tummy side of things quite a lot. Bladder, I'm sure I'm not one on my own here where you feel like you live on the loo. Pardon the crudeness of it all. So yeah, it ain't pretty. There's so many different symptoms, and it affects people in so many different ways. And I will admit, for the probably last week, I hit a bit of a low. I was having day after day where nothing appeared to be working. I was trying to think positively and say, it's okay, you're going to be okay, and trying to manifest positive thoughts. But I was having my mum was having no bar of it at all. It just didn't like me. Last week I was in a severe discrepancy with my mind. If he's going, so am I. Oh god, there's all crap in the gutter here. This is where the bump was earlier. Oh, this should be fun. Yeah, we've got a bit of a bumping and doing going on here. Oh, he's coming with me. Yeah, I don't understand. I don't know if I've said this before, but I don't understand the sort of filter lanes, because you're going to end up in the same queue again. So you're going to make the queue even longer when you get to it. So I don't really understand these sort of filter lanes. I don't think I ever will, but there we go. But yeah, as I said, I was struggling quite a lot last week. And nothing I was doing was working. I was really trying and nothing just kind of worked. The police number is going the opposite way. Yes, mate, there we go. If I got a camera on the side, I could have showed you, but I haven't. Yeah, that's kind of the old. And I have been getting this week. I've been in a little bit more of a positive mindset. I think I've given myself a good talking to and said, you know what, I think the term "pull yourself together" is such a loose and derogatory thing to say to somebody that's suffering, because pulling yourself together does not come easy. And you have to do lots of things to bring yourself to do that. I haven't got children, but I've got a lot of people who depend on me. So that for me is the movement to say, look, Laura, you've got to get your head in the right space. Stuff. You've got to keep going. You've got to sort yourself out, because there's people that need you, there's people that depend on you, people that don't like to see you in the state that you're in. And for me, that works, and I end up getting my head back into the game again. But do you have moments where you just think, I just can't do this? Yeah. And you'd be a completely normal. It's another thing as well, a stereotypical one of saying you're not normal because you suffer from mental health. Not normal. What's normal? Who's normal? I think personally, anybody suffers with mental health. Everybody does, but it just depends to what level. Some people's mental health affects their daily life. Some people's they can manage and they're okay, but not everybody. Not everybody's that fortunate. I'm not normal. I know I'm not. I'm a completely different out of the pack kind of person. You know, when you stereotype a person of my age now, you would be doing this, doing that, doing the other, and I'm not doing any of those things. I'm just not. I'm very much a home bird. I love a good walk. I love my art, which I will show you some of at some point. I'm working on One Piece, but I'm going to start another one as well for one of my favourite YouTubers, which I'm quite looking forward to doing. So I will try and record some of that and pop that into a video at some point. I love to read. I do a lot of probably the non-conventional things that a person would do of my age right now. I don't go, and this is not a slur against people that do. I'm just not a person that goes out of an evening, goes for a drink, goes for a slap-up meal. I'm just, that's not, you know, I don't possess makeup. The only thing I've kind of got that could identify as makeup is nail varnish, but and even that, I've got a load of nail varnish, but I haven't got any time to put it on. By the time I'm ready to put it on, I'm ready for sleep. So, yeah. Or I just can't be bothered. I do try and look after my skin, and to a degree I think it works. Because I do try and put like hand creams on and stuff, because I'm always kind of washing my hands, so my hands dry out such a lot. It's crazy how fast my hands dry out. There's a lot of traffic here, and I'm glad I'm not coming back this way, let me tell you that for nothing. But yeah, don't let anybody say to you that you're not normal, or that you're weird, or because you're not. It's just people don't like to what's the word I'm thinking of? Don't like to explore other. I can't think of the right word. Explore other people's kind of lives and how they will be. You know, because some people are different. Some people have got, I'll say, my personality is different, what I like to do is different. Not everybody likes to do the same things that I do, and I don't like to do some of the things other people do. But that doesn't make me weird or make them weird. It's just me. It's just how I am. You know, so. Back, and I'm back in work tomorrow, and I'm desperately not looking forward to it, because I have a feeling it's going to be the kind of shift that I'm not a fan of. But yeah, it's one of them things, isn't it? If you don't work, there's no money. Half the time I wonder if it's worth living on beans on toast, permanently. But yeah, I wish you a good week. There's probably another video before Christmas, but if you don't see that one, have a really good Christmas. I hope the New Year's good to you. I really do. And yeah, I am going to carry on with this. I think the next video might be about cavapoos, because we've actually got a cavapoo called Reggie. And I see a lot of people ask a lot of questions about cavapoos, and I just want to give our personal experience of having a cavapoo and see if that will help anybody else through what we've done with him. But yeah, wish you all the best. I'll see you again.